G'day everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this short video I'm going to go through and show you a few tips on how I go about setting up my camera gear on my bike and on my helmet in making of my videos, and hopefully pass on a few tips for you. Now when it comes to my main camera, I use the GoPro Hero 7, which I mount on the chin area of my helmet. That's my main camera because obviously it's connected up to the audio so I can talk. This particular helmet, I use the mount round to the side. Obviously there's no wear on the front of the helmet for a chin mount. So my setup is basically off to the side, but I've made up with the GoPro attachments the suitable connection. So it fits in there, clips in there with the safety lock, and that then has the chin mount firmly mounted at the front, ready to go. It's the case. Just a matter of removing the rear door from your GoPro Hero 7. Just a matter of opening the door, pulling it out, and then pulling it off, and that exposes your microphone plug. Slip it back into the camera, lock it off securely. Pull it back into position. Obviously with the helmet, when you're wearing the helmet, obviously you don't wear it flat, so the camera does need to be tilted up on an angle, but you'll work out the angle once you start recording. And it's just a matter of connecting up the microphone adapter, which plugs into the side, like so. There's the GoPro Hero 7 microphone adapter. I've got the microphone cord plugged into the back of the adapter and tied it up neatly on the side of the helmet. This particular helmet doesn't have any room inside the helmet to hide the cable, so some helmets do, some don't. So it depends on the type of helmet you've got. And then I simply run the microphone cable up inside, in underneath the chin, up out of the way. This is the type of microphone I use. It's just a normal lapel microphone. That's the standard setup as it comes with a pin. I also use a wind solayer or a cover that goes over the top of that, because they are very sensitive to wind. So it's really important that you get it right up out of the way inside your helmet. I also wear a neck sock when riding, and that also shelters the wind from getting up underneath your helmet and destroying the sound. And I also wrap the microphone up in another cloth. This is a cloth you use for cleaning glasses. I actually wrap that up in there, roll it right up, like so. It doesn't kill the sound. Fold it over and run a bit of tape around it, and then that plants up inside the helmet. Another thing I also use is what they call an ND filter, which is basically sunglasses for cameras. Basically this is an ND8. They come in a pack of 3, they're about $30, and you get a 4, an 8 or a 16. So on a normal sunny day I tend to use an 8, which is this one. That simply pushes over the top of the camera, and it just helps the camera work a bit better. I won't go into the camera settings in this particular video, but basically makes a huge difference to the quality of your video. The second camera that I use is another GoPro Hero 7, and this one's mounted up on the handlebars on the right hand side facing forwards, and I can also turn it around and face it back the other way looking back at myself. So there's 2 positions in one that you can use for your camera. This particular one runs on a constant power supply from the bike, so I don't have any battery issues with that. And that's a power cord that simply fits into here. You can see the power cord. It's got a rubber boot on it there that protects it from weather. That plugs back into there, and you've got a cover that comes down over it and screws up, and that holds it, and that's really waterproof. I've tested that in really heavy rain and never had an issue. I also use another ND filter. This is an 8 as well, ND8, that goes over there, which I mentioned in the previous camera. And I'll just come in this side, and you can see where my power supply is. The cord then comes down here and into my cigarette lighter USB adapter, and that gives me a constant power supply. So as long as my SD card can handle the volume, there's certainly a constant supply of power. That's camera 2. The third camera that I use is normally mounted down on the side of the bike somewhere. This particular one at the moment I've got mounted off the crash bar facing forward. However, I do turn it around and face it backwards as well sometimes. It's a bar mount. It's all metal, and it's really important if you're buying accessories, try and buy metal mounts as much as you can. I have found that plastic tends to fail after a while, and the last thing you want to do is lose a GoPro in the bush somewhere. This particular mount I use on the other side, it's a plastic mount, but it's quite a heavy duty one. I tend to buy metal mounts where I can, and it's obviously a ball mount, so it's very easy to grab the camera and rotate it 180 degrees to change the view. This particular camera facing forward is, I've got it on a ball mount as well, as you can see in here. It's a metal mount, so I don't have any real problems with fatigue and plastic breaking, which I've had in the past. It's very durable. And once again, I'll put the links to all these mounts in the description below so you can find them easily. And the beauty of this mount is you can quickly grab hold of the camera and spin it around facing the other way while you're on the go. Another place you can mount your camera is on the back of your helmet facing backwards. It does give quite a good different perspective on riding, especially if you've got fellow riders behind you. There you go. There's a few tips on how I go about making my videos and how I set up my camera gear on my bike. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. Feel free to leave some comments below or any questions you have. I'll also put a link down below in the description of all the products, the mounts, the microphones, the adapters, everything that I use. So hopefully that will help you. So until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Ride safe. See you soon.